The light went off. Now it's back on again. This time it's away, and without logic, jumped fairly out wide, not as quickly as Kiev Prince, who began very quickly. Going fast was the Ghostly Grey. Pints Pride, Arabian Glimmer was fairly prominent. So was Ton of Style. Invite Me and Savages are there. Ruby's Kate just back behind them. Mystic Star improving around them from All My Time. That's Choice, followed by Fairway Choice, a length and a half away without logic, which jumped well but got back into the field. It's revving up around them, but standing them about 7 or 8 lengths, and further back Princess Monet. Another length and a half, then came Roskin Go, and last of all is the Kenton Kid downhill, and Prince Kiev giving them something to chase. Led by 2.5, the Grey Pints Pride, Mystic Star, Ton of Style the inside as they start to go deep and around the turn. Then came Invite Me without logic, making a path through the field from Arabian Glimmer. Further back, that's Choice, but Prince Kiev the leader. Here's the danger. Mystic Star started to come at it quickly now. Prince Kiev is still the leader right down the outside. All My Time without logic run on, but Mystic Star reached the lead. Here's All My Time putting in a big finish. All My Time goes to Mystic Star. Mystic Star at All My Time. All My Time in front close to home, and All My Time wins. All My Time will get home by about a long neck to a half over Mystic Star, tight third. We've got That's Choice nearer the inside and without logic out wider. Then Prince Kiev, Ton of Style, followed by Fairway Choice. They were followed further back by Arabian Glimmer. Back behind them, Invite Me, Ruby's Kate. Further back then Ross Can Go, followed by Princess Monet, Savages and Pints Pride knocked up, and the Kenton Kid was always the tail ender. Number 6, All My Time, trained by Greg Dunn, has won the first. Number 6, All My Time, trained by Greg Dunn at Birdwood, ridden by David Carney, and it's won by about a half over Mystic Star. And That's Choice there with Without Logic for the minor issue. That's Choice nearer the inside. But the winner is number 6, All My Time, a 6-year-old, a bay gelding by Alberta Jazz Current Time, raced by Greg Dunn and Mr. Jim Mugras, David Carney for Greg Dunn, who prepares his team at Birdwood. Hello. 6-4, 13 is third, that's Choice, 15 is fourth, and number 1 was fifth. Okay, thank you. Those placings have been confirmed. 6, All My Time first. Now, number 4, Mystic Star by Staroka from Haywood's Melody. Dean Yendall for Sam Turner second. Third to number 13, That's Choice by That's Allowed. Century Finance, Jason Webb for Greg Webb. Fourth, number 15, Without Logic by New Logic. And fifth, number 1, Kiev Prince by Marquis Star. Official placings, 6, 4, 13, with number 15 fourth.
And running now, and a line won the breakaway here. Bounced about a neck in front, but Austria pushed up inside it with Shiosaki, and the line went back third. 2 lengths further back in the race in the early point, Noir Sir. A little wide, but going up fourth now, and further back then came Westminster Place. On the outside of it, Our Spanish Eyes. And over on the inside, Betty Chateau. Austria kept the lead, slowed them up in front, about a neck in front of Shiosaki, 1 to a line. On the outside of it, then Noir Sir, 1 further back then in the race, Our Spanish Eyes, 5th. Then Betty Chateau, and last of all to the outside of it would have been Westminster Place. They're not going hard, coming down the side at the 900, and it's Shiosaki just shading on the inside. Austria a little between them. 2.5 a line tucked away on the inside there of Noir Sir. 2 further back, Our Spanish Eyes. 1 further back, Westminster Place. 2 to Betty Chateau. 600 out, and the leader Shiosaki over a length in front. Noir Sir went up second. Austria back on the inside, and a line pushed up in the middle. 2 lengths further back, Our Spanish Eyes from Westminster Place, and 3 to Betty Chateau. At the 550 metre mark, Shiosaki against the fence in front. Austria tried to come between runners, couldn't get the run, was balked, and on the outside of this leader Shiosaki is a line, and Noir Sir is 3 out when they turn for home, and Austria back on the rail. In the straight they race, Shiosaki nearly a length in front of Noir Sir, coming down the centre and finishing off pretty well. Austria went up on the fence, and a line is under some pressure there. The chances, Noir Sir looming up to Shiosaki with 100 to go. Noir Sir on the outside put her head in front of Shiosaki, and Noir Sir will come on and win. Noir Sir a half length, Shiosaki second, a length and a half, Austria third. Fourth is a line, a gap in the race, Betty Chateau, Our Spanish Eyes, and last of all is Westminster Place.
Number 6, Noir Sir, 310 the win, 170 the place. 1 Shiosaki, 420, no third for 5 Austria.
Noir Sir on the Super Tab, number 6 to pay 310 the win, 2 even the place. Number 1, Shiosaki to pay 340, no third, number 5 Austria.
Sir got a nice run, settled up 1 out and 1 back, virtually in trotting parlance. Made a line of 3. Young Williams was well off the fence from about the 700 metre mark there, about 4 or 5 out. And she went up to Shiosaki, who's led them. A line was the first one to crack in the middle. This one on the inside, Austria, went for a run, just balked out at about the 450-metre mark. Don't think it made any difference to the result. And the winner just finished off well to win. Number 6, Noir Sir, ridden by Craig Williams. Number 1, second, Shiosaki, ridden by D. Short. Third, 5, Austria, ridden by Luke Curry, 615, 615. Just watching this tape replay up to the...
All right. Mr. Beat. They stand well. Holding them. Sinclair led the inside runner. There's the light. Second Alcohol Go Easy handicap, they're off. And Sinclair led jumped just fairly. Royal Vandal came out awkwardly and seemed to get a bit of a squeeze shortly after, was pushed back to last, and Rapali won the jump from Vareco, Oxford Maid. Coming after those then is Razorback, nicely on the pace from Dispatch, followed then by Danapak in the all-white. Jackpot John is deep and pushing through between horses. Now Royal Vandal, in fact, it's got a run up on the inside, Handsign behind it. Sunny Star back there with Sinclair led, and last of all the Kennan Kid, about to come down the hill to the 600-metre mark, and Vareco takes this leader on Rapali. They've shifted right out very deep now. Royal Vandal still taking that inside run, has gone through to join them. Razorback is there, and Dispatch got a dream run between them when Rapali wanted to go wide. In the running, Royal Vandal takes the shortcut. It's one of the leaders with Dispatch, and now Razorback towards the centre. It's now getting out deeper, and Razorback went to the front with Dispatch. Royal Vandal, Rapali, Danapak working hard, and Sunny Star's made ground, but it's Razorback travelling nicely with 100 to go. Here comes the danger, Sunny Star, then Dispatch. It's Razorback the leader. Sunny Star is coming after it, but Razorback's finding enough. Razorback's getting tired. Will it limp home? It has. It's got there a long neck on Sunny Star. Jackpot John late for third from Dispatch. Further back behind those then came Handsign, then Danapak and Oxford Maid. Rapali followed further back in the field behind those by Vareco. Then came Royal Vandal with the Kenton Kid and Sinclair Loud in a group together at the tail. Number 4, Razorback. Sunny Stars put in a big finish, number 12. And Jackpot John late behind them and deep will get third. Razorback is a 5-year-old, a bay mare by Muston Lake from Trendy Lass. Dean Yendall for Sam Turner. They nearly took out the first with Mystic Star, but were tipped out by the rougher All My Time. So they've gone one better here. Is raced by Mr. and Mrs. S. Turner, Mr. and Mrs. S. and K. Hayes, and is a 5-year-old bay mare trained up at Bordertown. Sunny Star fails by about a neck to get there. Sunny Star number 12 by Average Game from Welcome Sunshine, David Tootle, Ken Matson. And Jackpot John working home hard at the finish by Very Sharp from Disco Beat, Philip Cole for Paul Munro. We're standing by for official placings after the second of the day at Oakbank.
Righto, Ron, thanks for that. We've got Sydney about to start. Race 1's coming up in a couple of minutes.
Racing, and Most Secret immediately dropped out to last, and the early leader Saratoga Express. Vigil going to head it off, however. Team Player third, Bagpipes right up there fourth. A length and a half then to Dance Beat, followed on the inside, making ground Lady of Snows, and length then to Captain Dash. Ridden from behind today from Most Secret, Baycan Empire, and 2 lengths to Clear Memory, 600 to go. And Vigil 3 deep, joined in the middle by Bagpipes. Lady of Snows making a line of 3 on the rails, then Dance Beat followed by Captain Dash. On the fence, Most Secret from Team Player Saratoga Express getting back. Clear Memory second last, and Baycan Empire's last as they straighten up and on top of the rise. Rod Quinn sitting quietly on Bagpipes. Now he goes for it. Bagpipes put the nose in front of Lady of Snows, but the moment he did, he spat the bit out, and on the outside, Captain Dash and Dance Beat race away. Captain Dash ahead in front of Dance Beat, fighting back solidly. Captain Dash a half length in front, half head in front, but Dance Beat's going to outplug him, and Dance Beat on the inside came again to beat Captain Dash. Third home was Baycan Empire from last, followed in on the rails by Lady of Snows, then Bagpipes, followed then on the outside by Most Secret, Vigil, and Team Player Saratoga Express and Clear Memory, the last group.
On the Super Tab, number 1, Dance Beat, 660 the win, 210 the place. 6 Captain Dash, it's 170. 7 Baycan Empire at $3.10.
The ones fought back to win. Dance Beat ridden by Justin Sheehan, 740 for the win and 220 for the place. Number 6, Captain Dash, showing a dividend of $1.60. And the third, number 7, Baycan Empire, has come from last. and Baycan Empire showing a dividend of $2.90. That's the way they appear to have finished to my naked eye. Dan Speed and Captain Dash quickly swamping Bagpipes, who momentarily hit the front just after straightening up. 1, 6 and 7 official. Dance Beat, written by J. Sheehan, first at 7.40 and 2.20. Number 6, Captain Dash, second, 1.60. And number 7, Baycan Empire, third, has paid $2.90. Quinella, $19.80. Exacta, $51.20. And we are awaiting on the New South Wales trifecta. The winner's trained by Graham Begg for the Releaser Pastoral Holdings Proprietary Limited, plus Neville Begg and Partners Syndicate. And also Mrs. Carmel's Sires by Esperanto from Musical Lover. A Bay Gilding 3 has had 13 starts for 4 wins, a second and 2/3. New South Wales trifecta, 291.30.
The 1900 metre mark is being used for the South Australian Lotteries Country Cup. Be a great view from up there. Might be a bit hard to get a bet on from up there, but certainly provides a great view. Let's head across to Oakbank. Here's Ron Paps at the track.
Thanks again, Matthew. These runners are moving up pretty well. And, of course, here we utilise the hill for the first time today, and Terry McAuliffe is our caller. And it's pretty windy over there on the hill too, we're told. Favourite here for the race is number 1, Doff the Hat, $4.40. $8 about 3 and 6. Udalo Mill and Bakutsi. So there's a fair gap between them. It's a very open race. Now they're moving in quite steadily. Key 4 stands up nicely. Drawn the inside. Doff the Hat stands well with King Carrot. Huts Ruby makes a good line. Bold Spirit likewise. Sophanobia. Soon to join us on the hill, Terry McAuliffe, once they head around to the 1400. Rash has been in for a while. Loberthal Lady stands up nicely. Nonaratanta Voodoo Sunset is ready. So's Bakutsi, Spirit Level. And De Jure and Majestic Lake are the last couple. Now Zophanobi is a bit edgy. So's Udalo Mill and Bold Spirit inside of it. Still De Jure to come up for the SA Lotteries Country Cup. De Jure led up now. Good to see they were able to race at Clare today for the second day of their carnival. They had heavy rain in that district as well. Sejuna's first day on Saturday was washed out after the first 3 races, so the rains have been widespread across the state. Now they're all in. Oh gee, there are a few fidgety ones in this. The adrenaline is really pumping here with some of these. There's the light, they're off. Bold Spirit away okay. Slow to begin, Udalo Mill and Key Forced. Off the Hat jump well with King Carrot, and so too did Huts Ruby. Wide out Bakutsi Centani, and coming over to is De Jure from Nonaratanta. Zophanobia, Udalo Mill and Off the Hat getting squeezed back behind those, and they were followed further back by Majestic Lake. Then further back to Bold Spirit as they head to the far side from Loberthal Lady, one of the last with Voodoo Sunset and Spirit Level.
Gee, it's King for the early lead here, and it's King Carrot on the inside, joined on the outside by Huts Ruby. Bakutsi right behind those third, then Key Force on its inside, out a little bit deep to Jure, 2 further back to Bold Spirit, then Nonaratanta. Doff the Hat next on the inside from Centani, then Majestic Lake out a bit deep, further back then to Udalo Mill, then back on the inside to Rasher. Zophanobia was next, Loberthal Lady its inside from Spirit Level, and 2 away last of all was Voodoo Sunset as they run inside the 1100 metre mark.
And there's still a great battle up front where Huts Ruby is the narrow leader by about a half 3/4. King Carrot second, De Jure is there with Bakutsi and Key Force all in a group. Nearly a line of 4 or 5. Then 2 lengths away to Bold Spirit, and Nonaratanta has been given a nice ride. Further back Majestic Lake, and then Udalo Mill the centre. Doff the Hat's not travelling at the moment. Spirit Level around it. Back on the inside, Rasher as Doff the Hat now gets off the rail. Rasher takes its former rail's position. They were followed by Centani. Further back Zophanobia, Loberthal Lady and Voodoo Sunset. In a charge to come downhill at the 600. King Carrot got right up along the inside and went to the front now, but Bakutsi, De Jure and Key Force make a line of 4. Udlow Miller's going to come around them 5 wide, and further back then Huts Ruby. Then came Nonaratanta Bold Spirit. Off the Hat struggling with Rasher likewise. Homeward Bound and De Jure slipped to the lead. King Carrot stayed right up against the inside. There hasn't been a horse there all carnival, but it's De Jure down the centre of the leader. Udlow Miller's putting in a claim now with Bakutsi. De Jure's 2.5 in front. Udlow Miller's the only danger for mine. De Jure is drifting back into the heavier ground on the inside, and Udlow Miller's got it. Udlow Mill races up on the outside, and Udlow Mill takes a half advantage. Here's Zoffanobia switching through on the inside. Udlow Mill is walking De Jure and Udlow Mill, and now Zoffanobia. Oh, Zoffanobia and nose to De Jure. Udlow Mill just walked the last 50. What an interesting race. Then came Voodoo Sunset, followed further back behind them by King Carrot. They were followed then by Rash and Nonaratana, Majestic Lake, Spiral Level, Centani. Bakutsi didn't go on, neither did Loberthal Lady. Further back, Huts Ruby. And amongst the last in Doff the Hat, and the last in Key Force Bar One, just walking past the post, and that was Bold Spirit. He's right down to a stroll. Well, the pattern of racing there, most perplexing. De Jure drifted back to the inside. Udlow Mill hit the front, but it just walked the last 50, and Zoffanobia's got right up along the inside in a photo, and I think it's got the prize. Stand by. Numbers. Yep. 16 Zoffanobia against the inside. There hasn't been a horse there all carnival when it's got there. 7 De Jure. 3 Udlow Mill. 5 is 4th Voodoo Sunset. And 19 has run officially 5th, and that, of course, was King Carrot. The time, 2:07.90, and the margins to follow. Thanks, Craig. Righto, there we go. So the winner of the SA Lotteries Country Cup is 16 Zoffanobia, Tim Norton for Jim Smith, a 4-year-old chestnut mare by Zoffany from Queen Zenobia, and raced by the Smith family, Ken, Alec and Mrs. H.C. Smith. And second placing to number 7 De Jure by Keepers Jala, Owen Ridge, Darryl Reynolds, and third to number 3 Udlow Mill by Family Ties, Pandiango, David Carney for Gary Kennewell, with Voodoo Sunset 4th, and the lightweight King Carrot officially 5th. They're official after the Country Cup.
Thanks, Ron. There's the divs. 14.70, 4.70 the winner. De Jure 5.70 and Udlow Mill $2.70. That was race 3. The next.
They're off and running now, and they came in a good line. Megastar bounced quickly. Dunwoody away okay and eases back the rider shortly after the start. Risky further out and wider out now. The grey space region showing some speed from Viennetta, and wider out as Baby Boomer. Risky in front in the early point now, led by a link space region. Baby Boomer up outside. It goes up second. Back third now is Space Region. 4th is Megastar from Viennetta. They're followed further back in the race, going around the outside there by Lady Baton. 2 lengths further back, Dunwoody and Diamber. Up on top of the hill they race now, and Risky in front. 3/4 on the outside, Baby Boomer, and Space Region tucks away third. 3 wide and up 4th on the outside. There is Lady Baton. A half Viennetta back 5th in the middle. 1 further back, Megastar. 1 length into Diamber. And 2 last of all down the side is Dunwoody. At the 1,000-metre mark, Risky in front. They're not going hard. 3/4 Baby Boomer. A length further back, Lady Baton. 3 out. Space Region 4th tucked away, the grey on the fence, and then came Viennetta running 5th the middle. 2 to Megastar and a half length further back, Diamber, and 1 last of all, Dunwoody. At the 750-metre mark they race, and Risky about a neck in front. On the outside is Baby Boomer, almost on terms. A length in Lady Baton, 3 out. A length into Space Region 4th, 1 further back off the fence, Viennetta running 5th. 2 to Megastar and then Diamber, and last of all Dunwoody. On the outside, Baby Boomer shades Risky now. Lady Baton is on the outside of those, still starting to run on. 2 to Space Region, trying to get clear from Viennetta, and they get away from Megastar. On the bend, the leader is Baby Boomer from Risky back to the inside. Lady Baton comes at Baby Boomer quickly, and then getting a split of Space Region through from Viennetta. Down to the 300-metre mark, Lady Baton again joined by Baby Boomer. Space Region back to the inside, battling at the moment from Viennetta, but on the centre of the track, Lady Baton got its head in front. Viennetta coming at it from Baby Boomer. Lady Baton in front, Viennetta making a late dive. They hit it. Lady Baton has won this a half head to Viennetta. Third in the race, Baby Boomer, followed on the outside of those by Diamber. Then back to the inside, Risky and Space Region. They didn't come into the play in the home straight. A gap in the race for the back, Dunwoody. At Megastar is last of all.
Photo, 5 Lady Baton, 310, 160, 7 Viennetta, 150, 2 Baby Boomer, 130.
On the Super Tab, number 5, the favourite Lady Baton at 3.30 the win, 1.30 the place. 7 Viennetta at 1.70, 2 third Baby Boomer at $1.60. The 5 is the winner, 5.72. Now I've got totes coming through. Race number 3 from
He jumped with gusto. It is the early leader narrowly from a motive, and a length away third is Zar Royale, followed by Love and Honor moving forward, a rising, getting right up on the inside as they sort themselves out. And then comes Kerry Shaw, and a length and a half further away, La Guichet, Life's a Rainbow, Steel Springs and Pillage, followed by Nothing Flat. Second last Haywire, and 2 lengths to Aurillac. Hilarity in front, about 700 to go. A half length a rising, a length a motive, Zar Royale, followed by Love and Honor, Dancing Colour, and then comes Pillage, and at the head of the others, La Guichet, Life's a Rainbow, Steel Springs and Kerry Shaw, Nothing Flat. Second last is Haywire, and a length to Aurillac. Last as they round the corner, Rising's hanging very badly, and carting Hilarity wide, so too Zar Royale and a motive, and Life's a Rainbow getting up on the inside, but Zar Royale, as they come over the rise, hits the front from a motive on the inside. They've beaten off Hilarity, then Life's a Rainbow, a Rising and 2 lengths, and a Love and Honor. It's a motive and Zar Royale, stride for stride, a dead set race in 2. A motive is finding plenty. Zar Royale can't catch the Crown Lodge filly, and a motive is going to be too good again. 2 out of 2. A motive from Zar Royale, and Love and Honor got third from Life's a Rainbow, Hilarity, Haywire, Nothing Flat. La Guichet, and 2 lengths further back in the field, Aurillac, and then came Pillage, Dancing Colour, Steel Springs, Kerry Shaw, and a Rising knocked up to finish at the tail of the field.
On the Super Tab, a motive, number 3 to pay $7.70 the win, $2.40 the place. Number 5, a Zar Royale at $1.70, and 11 Love to Honour to pay $4.10. We'll head back to Anne in a moment. Totes. Super Tab dividends race number 3, Oakbank. The numbers 16, 7 and 3.
Up and running this time. Yumawalla jumped okay, couldn't go early though, and out fast Bolshevik down on the inside, away quickly. With it is Wajib Star, and further out in the track when they settle down is Mandela. Randy's Rancher pushing up, and from the outside Reneg, and they're followed by Tough Sword just off them. Then came Yumawalla, and further back in the race then Tamba, followed on the outside of it, coming down the side by Young Datori and Clay Fighter back on the outside of those. 2 or 3 further back in the race Ponching. 1 then Trillion Star, and last of all Conrad, and Reneg went around the outside, took up the running, 1 in front of Wajib Star. Bolshevik is third on the fence, a length further back Mandela fourth, 1 off the rail, a length and a half Randy's Rancher running fifth, a half further back outside of Tough Sword, then Tamba from Yumawalla the fence from out wider, then Young Datori, 1 further back in the race, then Clay Fighter, getting up inside at Ponching, 2 or 3 Trillion Star and Conrad, and last of all. Inside the 600 metre mark, Reneg 3/4 Wajib Star being niggled at, ahead further back Mandela, 1 then to Bolshevik. Tough Sword will come to the outside of those. Randy's Rancher under the big weight, under a lot of pressure back near the inside, and then Young Datori around the turn on the inside. Reneg straight and 2 in front of Wajib Star. Bolshevik off the rail, out in the centre Tough Sword, and further back in the race Tamba from Ponching, and out wider Clay Fighter. Reneg down on the inside, a good 2 lengths in front now from Bolshevik. Randy's Rancher has been under a lot of pressure, but it's starting to pick up ground back to the inside, but Reneg's got a winning break at say 2 in front of Randy's Rancher. Clay Fighter running on, but Reneg wins nearly 2 lengths Randy's Rancher. Clay Fighter out wide grab third, then Tough Sword, who didn't finish it off from Ponching, Tamba and Bolshevik in that bunch, a gap Wajib Star. Then came the outside Trillion Star, further back then Young Datori, followed by Conrad and Mandela, and Yumawalla near the tail.
And number 10 Reneg, 16.40 and 4.70. 1 Randy's Rancher, 1.60. 9 Clay Fighter, 3.60.
On the Super Tab, number 10 Reneg to pay $15.20 the win, $3.80 the place. 1 Randy's Rancher, 1.70. 9 third Clay Fighter at $3.10. Now the totes coming through.
SA Tab handicap, first leg of the 4 trailer, there's the light. And away they go. High Royale a little bit slow to begin. Tapping Lady, one of the best to begin here. Gala Angel going forward out wide with Bokazar, Brave Deed driving through with Erica Zarin with the inside Valerian. Queen of Mars in that group. Further back then to On the Nickel. It's wide around High Royale and Festival Fair. Magic moves back on the inside from Step to Reason. Blue Witnesses back towards the tail of the field. Back there with a Gold Benefit, and High Royale dropped back sharply there to about 4th last.
And so they move to the 1,000 metre mark, and it's Tapping Lady out wide, and over on the inside with it Valerian by Wonder Gala Angel poised just behind them. 3 lengths further back in the field behind those. Then came on the inside Erica Zarin, Brave Deed. 1.5 Bo Kaza, followed by Festival Fair, improving at the expense of back on the outside Queen of Mars. Over on the inside with the Magic Moose, and they were followed as they come downhill by Step to Reason. Further back in the field High Royale with a big job to do from there. Then On the Nickel likewise. Blue Witness, and last of all as they come downhill now was Gold Benefit. These two up front of kick right away. Gala Angel the outside and on the inside. Battling on Valerian by 4. Tapping Lady's gone. Third placing Brave Deed. Bo Kazza was next, and then Queen of Mars and Arakazar. But on the inside, the leader right up against the inside, Valerian. By a length and a half, Gala Angel's trying hard. Wide out Brave Deed, and then Arakazar and Queen of Mars on the outside rail. But on the inside, it's Valerian, and down the outside, Queen of Mars. And still there, Gala Angel. Valerian's getting tired. Queen of Mars is trumming after it now. Valerian, the inside rail. Queen of Mars, the outside rail. And Arakazar. Valerian or Queen of Mars with Arakazar third between them. Gala Angel, Blue Witness, Bo Kazza. And further back then, Gold Benefit, followed by High Royale, was never ever in the race. Brave Deed knocked up. On the nickel, never got warm. Further back, Festival Fair, Tapping Lady, followed by Step to Reason. The last one in was Magic Moose. Inside and outside rail and Arakazar third between them. Now, in our picture at the moment, watching the replay, you can't even see the outside horse. It's not in the picture. Valerian on the inside and Queen of Mars down the outside. We'll see it come into the picture in a moment. And, of course, people watching the big screen here in the centre course at Oakbank are still waiting for Queen of Mars to come into the picture. She's still not there. Valerian's holding Arakazar, but where's Queen of Mars? Oh, gee. Arakazar's got even closer than first. Now, there's Queen of Mars. So it's a really close go between Valerian and Queen of Mars as we stand by. Now, the photo just coming up. It'll go... Oh, looking at that. I don't know. This could be a dead heat. So we mightn't get the quick phone call we were expecting. The inside is Valerian, a mare by Gold Crest from Vanessa's daughter, Gillian Winkley, for B. Parkridge, M. and Mrs. R.K. Hull, Michael McLaughlin and Mrs. K.M. Montgomery, Trevor Montgomery at Port Lincoln, the trainer. And to the farthest extreme, inside to outside, now that is the classic inside to outside, we have Queen of Mars, who's number 7 by Mr. Mars from Cartan, raced and trained by Rhonda Lloyd and ridden by Damien Holland. And Arakazar has got pretty close to them third, number 3 by Zamakima from Caranel, Tim Norton for Pat Barnes, with Blue Witness making good ground. And still no phone call, so this must...
30 and $13.30 for a place. 7 Queen of Mars, $3.50, the one right out in the centre of the track, and 3 Arakazar at $2.40. So 14, 7 and 3 on race 4 at...
Twickenham out well, and so too is another grey Expert. An Expert keen to run will lead a length and a half, so Twickenham and Like a Fair, followed by rather wide out Lady Lucky, and so too Space Prince, and then Fraud, a length to shifting, 1.5 to Quo Vadis on the inside of Moretti, 2.5 to 3 lengths Supreme Butterfly, and a similar margin to Red Ferno onto the course proper. 9.50 to go, and Expert leads about a length or so on Sir Twickenham. Third is Lady Lucky, Space Prince wide out, Like a Fair holding the rails, a length to Fraud, 3/4 further off and wider out is shifting, followed by Moretti, one off the rails. Quo Vadis it's inside, Supreme Butterfly second last, and Red Ferno at the rear. 650 to go, there's no change in the order, and Expert making play about a length and a half, Sir Twickenham. Third Posse Like a Fair from Lady Lucky. Space Prince has been very wide from that alley from the word go, then shifting and Fraud, Quo Vadis, Moretti at a couple, Supreme Butterfly and Red Ferno as they turn into the straight at the 400. Expert from Sir Twickenham, Space Prince, Lady Lucky, Quo Vadis getting a dream run through on the inside and shifting way out in the centre. It's putting in its claim now. Quo Vadis hits the front. Shifting is out after it. Quo Vadis shifting. Fraud on the inside making ground, and then Moretti. Fraud right up on the inside grabs Quo Vadis. Shifting won't go on, and then Moretti, but Fraud is streaking away on Love's Rain affected turf, and Fraud by 2. Quo Vadis shifting third, Moretti fourth, and then Red Ferno.